Good afternoon, passport holders. Today, December 3rd, 2016, making today day 764 of the vlogs already. I am getting out of the house. It's halftime at the Oklahoma State-Oklahoma game. It's tied up 17 apiece. Should be a really good second half because it's been a very good first half in some trying conditions. I was watching that while I was getting ready and just kind of getting started with the day. Ended up staying up a little bit later than I probably should have last night watching the CWDC series. Just trying to get all the way caught up so that I can watch the 4-part crossover bit here, I don't know, sometime in the next week or so. Just kind of enjoying that, though, in the middle of the night. I've got a couple of errands that I need to run now, which I'm going to go do during halftime, or probably the first half of the third quarter. And then hopefully I'll get back for that game. Obviously, I've got the Alabama Florida game, and then there's the Wisconsin Penn State game as well this afternoon. So an afternoon full of college football, and I'm excited to celebrate the last of it. And then we got 2 weeks until bowl season kicks off. So yeah, it's just kind of crazy. It's going to be a super lazy day for me, though. The VaynerMedia guys posted a video that I had already done captions for. I can't tell you the level of pride that I have the instant that I get the notification on my watch and on my phone and on my computer telling me that Gary's team is releasing a new video and that the captions are already live. It's a little bit of a rush for me every time. And it's happening more and more with this large thing that I did last weekend. This whatever it was, 30 plus videos. Well, this Alabama game has been as dominant as any other that they have played this year that I have watched. The Oklahoma State game, unfortunately, wasn't competitive in the second half. Oklahoma just ran away with it. So during halftime of the Florida-Alabama game, though, I was searching around the internet, just, noticing the blogs and things, news sites that I pay attention to. And one of them finally published something about the fact that Apple has basically allowed people to switch out the batteries in their phone if they're seeing shut down at 30%. As we have noticed, my phone has had some of those issues. I ran my serial number, and sure enough, yeah, my phone is eligible for a complete battery replacement, or potentially a complete phone replacement. So I've scheduled a situation up at the Scottsdale Quarter Apple Store for Monday at 3 p.m. So I should be able to get in there and let them do their work while I do mine. I'll just sit there and just work on Clintus's episode in all likelihood at that point, unless the VaynerMedia guys kick over something earlier in the day. So that'll be positive, and I like not having battery issues, which has been a concern with me. Like, to sit there and see it both discharge and recharge as fast as it does makes me super worried. But the fact that I will be getting a new battery inside of this phone is actually something that I'm super excited about. That stated, the game's back on. And unless Florida scores points in its first possession in this half, I think this game is effectively over. But we're getting closer and closer and closer to that Wisconsin-Penn State game. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you, if you're on the committee, how you keep Washington out after a demonstrable win against a top 10 team, and how you allow Ohio State to get in if Penn State wins big over Wisconsin. That stated, I am pulling for Wisconsin like I traditionally do. I'm rooting for the underdog in these kinds of situations. I just think that Wisconsin's got a chance to sit here and be spoiler and get a really good bowl game as a result if they can pick up a W. And I know that my aunt's going to be yelling and screaming at her TV in all likelihood as well. So, good day so far. Clintus's episode's gone up. My video has been edited. It's currently uploading behind me. So keeping things simple, just enjoying football and a very light work day. All right, currently 11:15. At this point, let's recap just a little bit. Penn State wins over Wisconsin. For my money, Penn State gets the college football playoff. I cannot allow teams like Michigan and Ohio State to lose games that matter. I don't care if it's 2 versus 3 like it was last weekend. I don't care if you lose to Penn. You lose your division. You cannot get in to a college football playoff having lost your division and having lost your conference. Sorry, it can't work that way. So at this point, though, I've got 2 things that I need to go and finish, but I'm going to probably do them in cycles. So I am about halfway through the uh, episode 99 of Daily V, which is the one where they very excitingly signed their first client, coast to coast, as Gary called it, from initial recruiting to actual signing for draft class 2017 in the NFL draft coming in April. So I'm about 8 minutes into that 15-minute episode. Once I'm done with that transcription and correction phase, I will probably bounce over here, watch a couple of YouTube videos, and then bounce back, finish that video out in its entirety. The guys over at VaynerMedia have not been tremendous about, me finishing those and then them immediately being posted. Normally it takes about a day, which is a little frustrating for me because if they would just turn on community submitted captioning, I could actually put that stuff live, but that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, captions are getting up and they're going to be there forever. So long term, wins all the way around. So that's why I don't feel bad doing it at midnight or whatever, right? The episode's now 7 hours old. I'm okay with that. After finishing that, I will end up doing a couple more YouTube episodes, and then I've got to finish Clintus's captions for today. Today, also a big day for him on release. His episode from yesterday's calendar day, but today's release date is him crossing 500,000 subscribers. So, as I said on Twitter, Clintus, dude, congratulations. It's been tremendous to have a first-hand, first row seat to your channel's growth and success. It's been tremendous to hear your experience on that and get your perspective, both on my channel and secondarily on kind of the YouTube space in general and how I can make my product much more compelling to the folks that are creating content full-time as their job in order to support their family. So super excited about all of this. At the end of the day, though, it's a good day for my clients, and that means that it's a good day for me. I'm just I can't get my head around work right now, and it sucks. I know I've got to do this stuff. It's 1:30 at this point, and all I want to do is just hang out and catch up with my favorite YouTubers, and then since I'm mostly caught up with them, get into the folks that are the second tier folks, people who I've watched for years but just haven't caught up on their most recent stuff. So things like Corey Williams, right now, Live Each Day, formerly Dude Like Hella, aka Mr. Safety, all of those things that he's done in his past. The Mean Kitty, which is now uploading stuff again regularly. What? So to sit there and I want to go back and dig into that content, and I'm super enjoying it. But I know I have this work to do, and so it's made that much worse in the fact that I finished the full transcription, formatting, all of that stuff for that failed. Fun. For Daily V99, I'm kind of bummed out about it. The fact that the automatic timing algorithm didn't catch. It fell over about halfway through, and that's because there was a long music break and then a very loud noise section where there was a lot of crosstalk and everything else, and so it's it just fails. That's I can't it's not built for live use kind of situations. It's built for broadcast situations, and so even with my help in the algorithm, it's still not great at handling crosstalk and music and things like that. So I'm gonna have to manually time it, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm just I don't want to do it. I'd much rather go watch another YouTube video because it's so much fun to watch other people doing cool things. And I know I'm gonna force myself to do this, and I'm gonna do it at 3 a.m. and it's not gonna be fun, but I'm gonna do it, and yeah, it is what it is. So I don't know, I just, watching these people and watching their lives and enjoying the documentation and the sharing process of it, it definitely continues to ring home for me, where it's like, you know, like I look back even at 6 months ago or 18 months ago's videos, and like I'm super pumped that I have those, first and foremost, and secondarily is that like I can see how far I've come in just that short a period, like 6 months. I can see how far I've come in like running this business and how like serious I am, like where it was in some respects like when I made the transition into the business full time, it was like I'm so stressed out, like there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm like I can't figure out kind of how to handle it all to like today, where it's like I can do it all. Like I can do it all. Like I can all of the things, right? You know, paying taxes and running payroll for myself and actually doing the work and keeping totally caught up. Like that's a real thing that I can do on a regular. It doesn't matter if it's 5 minutes of content that comes into the queue, or days like today where it's 30, which is kind of the average, or it's like days when Gary and the team like completely dump a ton of stuff in, or even some of when I have like 4 or 5 of my channels dump 20 or 30 minute videos in. Like I can handle those 180 or 200 minute days. Like I've done that a lot. Like I know how to handle it and I know what I need to do. So it's super interesting to me that like all of this has kind of played out the way that it has, and I'm super interested to see where the business is going to go in the next 6 and 18 months, and to look back at this video and be like, holy smokes, like that's what I was doing at 2 a.m. was I was doing daily V99. Like that's going to be a thing where I'm like, wow, like, and especially with Gary being daily now, like it's going to be a heck of a lot more fun. So because those numbers are going to go up a heck of a lot faster. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. My hope at this point is that I will finish Daily V99 in its entirety. I will finish transcription, corrections, and formatting for Clintus's 1707, the day he crossed 500,000 subscribers. And then what I'll do is I'll wake up a little bit earlier than normal on a Sunday, and before the football game, I will finish all of that so that I can then handle it. I can handle tomorrow's episodes for both Daily V and Clintus at like half times, or in between the hour in between the late game and the night game. So that's kind of the plan. All right, guys. It's 3:45 in the morning. I finished the timing on Gary's video, got all that kind of done, and then sat down to watch a YouTube video kind of as I was cycling through things. And yeah, kind of failed on that one. Ended up falling asleep in the chair. And yeah, just woke up and was like, yo, should I do this? No, I'm not going to do this. So I'm going to go to bed and wake up probably in about 5 hours in order to get all the work done that I need to get done. Yeah, is what it is. Thank you guys so much for your time and your attention. As always, I appreciate them both. And this is all muscle reflex. Thank you again. I sincerely appreciate it. And remember, you never stumble upon opportunity by standing still, so go do cool stuff. Bye for now.